Hello, I'm Alice Armstrong Scales. I'm a certified high performance coach and a master practitioner in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And after 20 years of working in personal development, there's one thing I know for sure, and that is that every single one of us has the potential to thrive. I work with clients all over the world, helping them to develop a really strong, resilient, positive mindset and to manage overwhelm and self-doubt and build confidence and self-esteem so they can unlock their true potential, achieve their goals and live happier, more fulfilling lives. So blending high-performance coaching, NLP and emotional intelligence, I teach my clients really powerful tools and techniques and sustainable daily habits that will help them go from surviving to thriving. So often, without realizing it, we can find ourselves just going through the motions of life, running from one thing to the next, being pulled in every direction, always responding and reacting to other people's needs. And weeks go past, months go past, and the stress builds up. And before we know it, we're either just living life on autopilot, or worse still, we suffer burnout. And that is what happened to me. I am that person. That's why I am speaking with authority. Back in 2011, I was being pulled in every direction, far too many projects in too many different things, had my own business, living in Paris, 3 small children. I just felt more and more overwhelmed, and I ignored the signs that my body was trying to tell me to desperately slow down. But I just thought, no, I'm unstoppable. I have to say yes to everyone. I have to, prove myself to the world. And I did, until suddenly it all came crashing down. My adrenal system completely collapsed, and the French doctor announced that I had le burnout. I'd never even heard of burnout in 2011, but it was very dramatic. And I also, from a huge build-up of stress, developed an excruciating autoimmune disease. So suddenly, having thought that I was unstoppable, my adrenal system collapsed, I had le burnout, had a terrible autoimmune disease, and it took me 4 years to recover and a lot of very, very strong medication. That was a really pivotal moment in my life. That experience forced me to stop. I couldn't do anything. I could hardly walk. And it gave me a lot of time to think about my life and how I was living it, and reflect on what had led this to happen. And so during that time, I took a deep dive into neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and all sorts of other elements of personal development. So when I put all these learnings into practice, all the amazing tools and techniques, it was extraordinary. I didn't just recover, but I transformed. I honestly went from surviving to thriving. And had I known back in 2011 and the 6 months before my burnout, that if I had taken as little as 10 minutes every morning to work on myself, to work on my mindset, and during the day to have taken moments to release stress and reset my intention, none of this would ever have happened. I'd have gained back 4 years. So I've created my app, Thrive with Alice, to bring together all the lessons I've learned, all the learnings, the trainings, the powerful, proven, positive mindset practices, techniques, tools, and daily habits. I am living proof that these things really do help. And I still practice them daily. It's become part of my habit, like brushing my teeth. And I'd really love to share them with as many people as possible so that you too can go from surviving to thriving.